and Emerald Digital, Judah Engelmeyer, and attorney Andrew Lieb. Gentlemen, it's a pleasure. Welcome to BNC Live. So Judah, we'll start with you, sir. What does the unemployment report tell us about how people are bouncing back from the pandemic?
Well, two things. First of all, I work with a public relations firm, do crisis communications, and I think I was called on to do a different topic than this. I apologize. But in terms of
No, sir,
the
I
unemployment job,
apologize.
it's okay.
So can we have you, so what do you know about the jobs report? Are we
So
rebounding good?
listen, listen. I know from my own point of view, hiring people has been more difficult in these days. The wage requests and the perks requests that have been coming in from people have been a bit different than they were in the past. More people want to be at home, and more people are finding that working remotely works for them better. And in collaborative environments, sometimes it doesn't work so well. So they're requesting higher benefits, higher salaries, and more competitive rates to compete with some of the bigger firms. And we're finding that that looking for people has been a bit more challenging.
Yeah.
But when we find them, people are happier. People are genuinely happier not having to commute. Trust me, I know driving an hour and a half into the city every day is not an easy thing to do, and I did it for 30 years. It's a lot easier when you don't have to. I can assure you that. But the economy is bouncing back a little bit, and I do see it. I see it in my clients' work. I see it around me. People are using retail stores a lot. Shopping centers are becoming a bit more full, and you do see it. I walk around the city, and the city is getting more full as well.
All right. Well, you sound well versed. Thanks for taking that plunge with us.
My pleasure.
All right, Attorney Lieb, always a pleasure. Now, there are only 184,000 jobless claims, right? But 11 million jobs open. What does that signal to you?
Can't hire people, Tashani. It's a problem. Employers are saying, I can't hire. And while people do have jobs, they're not having the jobs they necessarily want either. We have to put that out there too. People want to have different jobs as well. So getting the right person for the right job is hard. And what we're trying to see is employers are being forced to raise what they're paying and give better benefits. And I think you and I spoke about it yesterday. They're trying to change the way they're managing to inspire people rather than to knock them down, because we want to have people want to work in the workplace.
Yeah, I mean, the pandemic showed us a lot, right? Gentlemen, I think you both can agree with me on that. It showed us that who was on the chopping block first, who was more at risk. And folks are just like, you both said this. Hey, I want a different type of job, right? So Judah, we'll go back to you. What messaging should businesses employ to entice future employees?
Yeah, we're willing to be accommodating. We're willing to understand the new normal, so to speak. But also, we have an environment where not every job can be fully remote, and you have to be willing to either put up money to help people travel into those jobs. Like I have people I've hired who are now in Chicago, in Texas, in Florida, where my base is New York, and I have to be willing to tell them that we're willing to bring you in, and not at your expense, at my expense, to do so. The message is we have to be more accommodating.
Yeah, more accommodating. All right, Attorney Lieb, how about you? What do you think folks need to do to keep them and not have them contact your office, right?
That's always the key, Tashani. We don't want to get into the litigation if anything can be done. But really what you need to do if you want to have employees, and the key word we're hearing these days is training. You want to give your staff the ability to escalate and make their lives better. Whoever comes in, it's not the level they're in today. How do we bring someone up? How do we raise each other up? And what we're seeing the most, and I do a lot of training, corporate training for compliance for companies, is if we could give people more skills. And I want to tell you, it's not just skills like computer skills. It's skills that you do so well, soft skills. How do you communicate with people? Because we need to show our staff that they're better than the tech out there, because they know how to communicate and interact with our customers.
All right, gentlemen, great conversation. Judah, it was a pleasure. You did a great job, sir. Thank you both for joining us.